Hello, object-oriented programming concepts. Now, this object-oriented programming concepts were made when object concept was made for programs to be written in such a way that they will get enclosed inside an object. Now, what are the concepts that were used? They are like which are the concepts? The first was a class and an object. So, need to understand what was meant by a class and what was meant by an object. Then was the concept of abstraction, encapsulation, polymorphism, and inheritance. Let us see them one by one. To start with was this class and object. As I had explained it in another video also, that a class is nothing but the specification, the blueprint or the prototype. Prototype means that where the specification, the details, the functioning, how it should be is written. And what are the is written means is provided, it's given, it's told. And what are objects? They are the instance of a class. That means they bring the class into reality. It brings it into existence. Then we can say there can be many objects of one class and the objects will follow the same uniformity among themselves. There are places where they can vary in their some of the properties can be it can change from one to one. That can be input, like in case box has got some purpose. They are all of these on the right side of the screen are box, but some of the boxes are of some color. So the color is a flexible thing in all the boxes. So color becomes a property which is changeable, which can be input. And there can be functions, like all the boxes have a function of storing. So they are serving a purpose of storage. Then we have got one more example here, like these mobile phones. These mobile phones are cell phones. All of them are objects of class cell phone. What are the things that can vary in them? Maybe the color can vary, the brand can vary, the price can vary, but all of them will remain cell phones only. They all will have the same set of behavior that they should be keep. The mobile phones can ring, they can click picture, then they can play music, right? Then we come to the next concept. That concept is called abstraction. This abstraction concept puts light on that the result of a task presented without the internal details of the working. That means when there is an object provided, then the object has got one application mode and the internal details are inside. So you will find so many people who can drive a car. That means the utility part is there, but they cannot repair the car. In order to have some repairing work, the car has to be taken to the garage. That means abstraction means the car is the object which is getting used, but the internal functioning is not disclosed to the user. Similar is with mobile phone. So many people can use a mobile phone, but can they repair or do they know the internal detail of the mobile phone, of what is the circuitry inside, how this is happening, how the signals are going, how the signals are getting received, etc. So abstraction is a concept which says that go ahead and use it. You don't have to worry to know what is happening inside. Okay. Then the next concept is encapsulation. Encapsulation means all the related data and methods enclosed within one boundary, that is a class. That means the class will have an outline. The class will enclose all the functions, methods, data, values, etc. inside it, and there will be availability of all those inside the boundary called the class. So if I show you the example of a hospital, a hospital is not just a building. The building has got certain extra things, which is why it is a hospital. There must be some operation theater, there must be some patient servicing, like those OPDs, etc. There should be some medical shop, there should be some likewise facilities. So the hospital will have to enclose all the features inside it. Only then it will be a good or a correct or a applicable object of class hospital. Similar is in the case of a school. The school will be a school when it will enclose all the related data and methods inside it. Right. So this is a concept that abstraction is that go ahead and use it and you don't need to know what the internal details are. And encapsulation says that all the necessary details will have to be present inside it. Then you have got something called inheritance. Inheritance means you will have one part of the code or the processing or the working present in one class, which can be used as a base, because from that quite a few other classes can be derived. Derived means what is in the base is available for derived A also and derived B also. So you can say that there can be a base class like automobile, and there can be two derived classes like big vehicles and small vehicles. You can be truck and car also, right? So this will help in reusability of code, because the base class can store all the common things that will be for both the derived classes. So this inheritance is another concept that can be implemented for writing good object-oriented programs, right? There is another called polymorphism. Now this concept says that let us have the opportunity, let us have the feature for the same thing to behave different under different situations. For example, if I call a little boy, a student, then it is also possible that the same boy, when goes to the playground, is not a student but is a player. And that same boy, when sits down with a guitar, then turns into an instrumentalist. So we can say that it is performing three different functions under the same name. If I call this a child called whatever is the child, because it's a small boy, then the small boy is performing the work of three different experts at three different points in time. And another good example of polymorphism is the same phone that you can see these days as a smartphone. Now the smartphone is called a smartphone, but is camera also, is a speaking device also, and is a internet facilitator also. So I can say that this mobile phone is supporting polymorphism. That means is able to behave differently when the different applications are demanded from it. So keeping all these concepts in mind, let me have a round of interaction with you. I will say one question You will think, pause the video, and after thinking, guess the answer, and then when I'll tell the answer, verify and try to justify. Okay. So I've got these situations to be provided in front of you. You'll have to probably imagine a bit more. Close your eyes and imagine also. So we have got identify the OOP concept hidden in the following real life situations. So if I say there's a bank that provides all kind of operational support to its customers, what will it be like? All kind of operational support to its customers. So time to pause. Coming back, the bank provides all kind of operational support to its customers. All kind, if I look at that all kind, that means the bank has got so many departments and all these departments are inside it. So I can call it encapsulation because it is encapsulating the properties that are supposed to be in it. Okay, then we come to some cricket players are also brand ambassadors and are good parents as well. Time to pause the video. And now I'll say the cricketer is able to play cricket also, is being a model as a brand ambassador also, and is a parent at home also. So this will be something like one entity, multiple roles. So it will be polymorphism. Then many smartphone users cannot repair a smartphone. Time to pause the video. Then smartphone users are using it. They know how to use it, but they don't know how to repair it. They don't know what is going on inside. So this will be abstraction. And the next one, when the subordinate showed a diligent performance, diligent means very impressive, very short time, big work done kind of. The boss shared some of his authorities with him. That means the boss, okay, your time to think. Pause the video. Right. The boss shared some of his authorities means not all the authorities, some of the authorities, and the subordinate is therefore inheriting the given properties of the boss. So this is inheritance. Then the 5-star hotel has all services for its patrons inside its compound. Pause the video. And the answer is also easy. The answer is encapsulation. So this one is different. There are many varieties of purses available in the market. So what will you do? You will pause the video. Think. Right. There are many varieties of purses available in the market means purses got same definition. So when they're talking about purse, we have got this, what is a purse as a theory. But when it comes to application, when it comes to materials and objects, that means purse is the class and all the purses available in the market, they all are objects. Right. Just a second, and then I will thank all the image makers. I've taken the images from Google Free Images and I express my gratitude to all the image makers for whom my presentation was good. Okay.